Hey guys, welcome to our review of episode 11 of Star Wars Andor, the best show on Disney Plus right now, especially for Star Wars. This episode is called Daughter of Ferrix, and it starts heavy because Marva has passed away.
So it was her last episode then,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's moving the plot forward in order to culminate back on this planet. As Cassian learns at the end of the episode in a somber moment that, he's trying to get a message to Marva that he's safe and he broke out of prison and all that good stuff from our last arc. But unfortunately, he learns of her passing, and the motherfucker's going to want to go to her funeral. And so that's going to culminate in a big episode 12. So this is the penultimate episode. And another really great episode. Do you expect anything else? This time we get a little bit of space battle action, which is always appreciated by me. And we have Alex back with us. Alex, have you caught up?
Yeah.
So what was the last few episodes that you had to watch and your opinion on those?
They were good. I watched them all once. I don't know where they stopped or ended, but they were good. They were solid stuff. The Prison Break one was excellent. Again, this is, I actually think that this is better than House of the Dragon. So I think it's the best thing on TV right now that I'm watching. So really liking it.
This next arc here, these two episodes, to round this out, this is directed by Benjamin Caron and written by Tony Gilroy. Let's just jump right into this particular one. So after the passing of Marva, you have, let's see, the Andor kind of in hiding after doing the prison break. They're having to do quite a bit to dodge all of the patrols that are around. And that's when the ISB themselves learn about the funeral and the traditions and how they're going to take care of her body, which is basically smelt it into brick, and then lay her as one of the pieces of the wall is, tradition. And then we get a little bit of Andor. There's not a lot of aliens in the series so far. So we get a little bit of aliens here who are kind of fishing on this planet, the prison planet. And, Andor and this prison break buddy kind of make a break for their ship. Of course, these aliens were waiting for it. They've got some security systems around that fires like this gross net at them, and
it's weird.
fucking mucus net. And at first I thought, well, fuck, man. After all that, they're gonna get captured because they're talking about rewards, but they're also talking about how their fishing, sucks, and then you guys are responsible for killing all these fish. But really, they managed to convince him that, fuck the Empire. And then the aliens are like, yeah, fuck the Empire. They're like, where you want to go? And they're so we get some friendly aliens helping out.
Luckily.
Yeah. Then we move on to B, this poor robot, man. And you can actually feel for the robot that his, mother's passed away, his owner's passed away, and, he's just in depression. I didn't know robots could get depressed, but this robot certainly is.
Whoever coded that is an asshole.
Yeah. And we get a little bit more about, Bix, who has been tortured, and you can tell she is fucked up. Like, the ISB is just constantly on her, putting her through these different techniques that are really testing her. And they bring her into a room to interrogate her, and it turns out what they're asking, at this point is Krieger, this guy that we've learned that Luthen is willing to sacrifice in order to get the ISB off their backs immediately, and throw them off the trail of the bigger picture. And so they ask her, they ask her about it. Now, it's not resolved there, so we're going to have to wait until episode 12 to see, does she manage to keep her last resolve to keep the ruse, or is she going to say, no, that's not the guy, and implicate Luthen, and then thus continuing the search for Luthen. But they could stop it right here if she's like, that's him, and then ISB kills him, and then the ISB's like, we won. So I'm hoping that she holds her resolve.
Yeah, nice little cliffhanger they left.
What else happens in this episode?
Mon Mothma is in trouble because the ISB is.
Wait a minute, that's Godzilla, Joe.
Oh,
Mon Mothma.
Mon Mothma.
Mon Mothma.
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Yeah, she's in trouble because they're tying in the bank account statements and there's some loose ends on her. So she has come up with $400,000.
Oh, I thought that that she was just moving money around, and then she has to.
But they are checking it.
Yeah, they're checking that.
She needs to make a $400,000 deposit, credit deposit,
right.
Otherwise that she's probably going to.
Whereas we thought previous episode, no way, she's not going to do this shady deal with Davo, who basically wants to use her daughter with his son. She was like, get the fuck out of here. But in this episode, it's pretty much implicated that she's now considering it. Hopefully, she will not have to do this scummy thing. And it's just showing... I didn't think they'd go this way. I thought her daughter would die in service of the rebellion, and then that would spur her on to be the leader of the rebellion. But it's
her
even
daughter's
more
in a cult. So.
gross than that.
Yeah, her daughter's in a weird cult. That
Doesn't mean she deserves to be put into this fucking weird shit. Yeah, then that's a little bit. It's interesting because we don't really get a lot of religion. Other than the Jedi's, take on things in the Star Wars universe. So that was kind of interesting. I was kind of wondering more about that. This, fucking chants that they were making is like, what is all this?
Yeah, it's a ceremony. I mean, it's a cultural thing. And then, like, the daughter, what's kind of weird about it is the daughter would probably be all about being betrothed because, like, she's so into their cultural traditions. It's tradition to have your kids be to set up these marriages. So it kind of, like, furthers the... the inner turmoil. It's like, well, my daughter would probably want this, but I think it's evil. I don't like these cultural things. So
me and Joe were thinking it was like a one-night stand kind of thing, not really a betrothal. Because when Davos was speaking with her, it's like, this is not a permanent thing, or it's not like they're getting married or something. But maybe that's what they're setting up.
Yeah, so the cousin in this, I think in this episode, it was either this episode or last episode, like I said, I watched all three at once, said something like, you're not taking proposals yet, are you? And it's just like, no. Yeah, so... No, they're definitely setting them up to get hitched.
So then Luthen essentially visits Saw Guerrera at the last minute, and Saw Guerrera from their previous meetings like, all right, let's fucking do it. Let's she's ready to fight. It's like Luthen, his methods work. It just takes some time, but then he's like, fuck, I can't. No, we're not doing this. Do not help Krieger because he basically spills the beans and puts a lot of trust into Saw Guerrera that Krieger is about to be sacrificed for the rebellion. He will be ambushed, and that will give the ISB, false security and get them on there. And he's like, well, why are you telling me this? Would you have done that to me? And, it's another really good scene here. Great acting. And, he essentially tells him, no, not you, because you can hurt me.
So
and
you know who I am.
And plus, it worked out this way. And this particular guy, he's never really seen me, et cetera, et cetera. And so he leaves it in Saw Guerrera's, hands to join the cause and get on program with this horrible thing that they have to do with one of their allies who have been fighting for the rebellion. It's a terrible thing, but that's what the show is showing. That it's a difficult thing to try to fight the Empire, and some ugly sacrifices have to be made. And so as he's leaving Saw Guerrera, he actually gets caught by a patrol. Cool little mini Star Destroyer. This one like a bunch of radar dishes that can jam and do a bunch of bullshit. So they tractor beam him, and the fast-talking Luthen is like, yes, I'm a one-man show over here. Give me a second. Got to do this, that. And then he's got, his little modified ship with the robot. They do this clever thing where they've got some countermeasures, apparently, against a tractor beam, which we've not really seen in Star Wars yet.
That was pretty sweet. I like the scene.
Bunch of fucking space tax of garbage or something that slams into the fucking dish, which disables the tractor beam. And motherfuckers like, why the fighters not launched? Launch fighters! Again, better than Obi-Wan.
Yes.
So the fighters launch, and immediately the fighters start firing. It's like, no, it's you've caused damage to us. we are going to destroy this fucking scrap hauler. And but the scrap hauler surprises them and has fucking weapons galore.
Lightsabers and
I know that was the one dumb thing because I was like, God
it was
damn.
sweet.
You know how hard it would be to actually get that to work in this.
He's got an AI that's plotting all that
Yeah,
stuff. Hand waving,
true.
hand waving.
True.
hand waving.
Yeah. No, I thought it was sweet too, but I was like, yeah, practically, I'm not sure if they're gonna equip the rebel fleet with that particular weapon. But he's also got a turret 360, fires, destroys some bombers and TIE fighters, and manages to plot his escape and jump away. And the fucking Imperial officers, it's so rewarding to see them like, motherfucker.
It's like, no, we could
It
use
happened-
the. I love it when he says like, well, we could use the practice.
Yeah,
And it's like, in
it
your
happened
face.
in an instant. It's like, yeah, we need more practice. Perfect. So, yeah, Cassian and prisoner Rue Scott Melshi kind of decide that they need to split up because they need to let the
People know what's
galaxy
going
know
on.
what the hell is happening with all these prisoners and perpetual imprisonment and stuff, because that could help spark more rebellion and more people to their side. So, and that's when basically, Andor calls into the planet and learns from his friend who's spending the night with the robot, because the robot was very sad. He's like, all right, one night, spend the night. But that's when he tells him that, his mother has passed, and, it hits him hard. And you can tell, motherfucker, even though he knows he should not, and he cannot, he gonna do it. He's gonna come to the fucking planet for the funeral. And then we get motherfucking, goddamn, what's this guy's name? Motherfucking Captain Crunch eating.
Oh, Syril?
Fucking Syril, who's at his mom's house still. And he gets a call from his old security buddy that we saw in episode 2, where they got their asses kicked by Andor. And he's like, hey, I thought you might want to know this, but, his mother passed, and I'm pretty sure that he's going to try to show up for the funeral. So we finally get what this guy's fucking point is. And hopefully he factors it into the next episode. But so far, his subplot has been just kind of dangling and moving at a snail's pace and not really doing anything. And here we are, the penultimate episode is, hey, let's try to do something right at the end of the series. So I don't know if maybe he plays a greater role in season 2, but so far, a little disappointed on that.
He's gonna get
that front.
promoted after that, so.
He gonna what? They're gonna capture Andor? You think again? Andor
No,
motherfucker
it's
just
like-
got captured.
Well, no.
How's he
I'm
gonna
just
get
saying-
promoted?
It's like, because that's useful information right there.
ISP
Yeah,
already has that information.
yeah.
No, that.
Well,
that-
no, they don't have the information that Andor. Yeah, no, they do. They have the information that his mother passed, so they'd be fucking stupid if they didn't, increase security or, assume that he's going to maybe
Yeah,
show up. But we'll see. We'll see how he factors in here. He is still our wild card, but I'm pretty sure he's a wild card for the Empire and not for the Rebels or anything like that. At least not at this moment. Maybe that could be a satisfying arc for him in season 2. But so far, this arc not quite satisfying. But all right, so final verdicts on Daughters of Ferrix.
I'm gonna go with an 8. I like the tension. I like the acting in this. There's some cool scenes with the Luthen in the spaceship. I liked.
Yeah, badass escape.
And I guess some more motive for Andor. He's like, look, you took my precious time to be with my mom, locked me up, so I'm gonna screw you guys over.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna go with an 8 on this one.
Yeah, I agree completely. I think that again, the show just keeps just performing, and it feels well written, and it feels like they're not writing down for I think this is stuff that even kids can understand. I don't even think it's too violent or gory or anything that you could have at least older kids watch it. So this is what I've been wanting from Star Wars for a very, very long time, and it's weird that I got it in Andor and not Boba Fett or Obi-Wan and places where I
Yeah.
did want adults in the writing room. So I can't say enough good things about the show.
Take things seriously. There's no, jokes to deflate a moment and take away from a moment. And in fact, just constant cool little lore things that add to the Star Wars. The fucking mucus nets, the fucking tractor beam countermeasures. I would go with an 8.2, but I'm actually going to go up to a 9 because I was not expecting any kind of, space battles and fucking escapes. So I was highly satisfied with Luthen's ship and his maneuvers. So I really enjoyed that. So this is another 9 out of 10. And we are going into the final episode, and hopefully Andor can stick the landing. Now, I mean, it's already been approved for a season 2, so I'm sure there's going to be some plot threads that are kind of left open for them to explore in season 2, but I do want a satisfying resolution, at least to this initial story. It's been said that the next season is 12, will also be 12 episodes, and then also it's coming out in late 2024. So we'll have to wait 2 years for it. We're waiting 2 years for most of that. We're waiting 2 years for House of Dragon, 2 years for Rings of Power, and 2 years for this. And
well,
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
waiting for Rings of
I
Power.
guess. Oh yeah, dreading Rings of Power.
But we still got to find out what's going on with Kino if he made it.
Yeah, we want to see if
don't
Kino.
wanna
I don't
see.
think we're getting a Kino update.
I need an update.
I know. Maybe in season 2. Shit, I don't know. But I don't think we're getting a Kino update because we've got a shit to do on the final planet. So, and things to wrap up. So, yeah.
He found a way. Don't you worry.
It's
I
gonna
can't
be
swim.
It's
like,
It's gonna
you
be
must
sad
swim.
when this really good show ends because then I don't have a show to look forward to, anymore. I mean, I guess
Mando.
the show Yeah, okay. So Mando's coming when? Thinking early next year.
Yeah,
Okay, that's something to look forward to then. Good.
that's one thing.
Because I think there's like Halo season 2. I don't know if Halo season 2 is on a 2-year hiatus or a 1-year hiatus.
They need
and then
to
of
fix
course Star Trek Picard season 3.
Yeah.
So
Witcher 3's looking bad. Halo's looking bad. Picard is. I don't want to watch. I don't want to watch any
season 3, right? Henry Cavill's last season. So yeah, this may be the end of some good TV for a little while, at least until The Mandalorian. So tell us what you thought of this particular episode, how you would like for it to resolve in the final episode. How would we like for it to go in the final episode for it to be somewhat satisfying? I would love an impressive visuals with Keegan's last stand or his ambush, and then Andor will obviously go to the funeral, and the Empire will just narrowly miss him. There will have to be maybe a potential sacrifice made, or maybe
he's gotta save Bix.
The people will band together and save him or something. And then we got to figure out Bix cannot be left in this situation, so maybe he's able to rescue Bix. We haven't really seen Bix in Star Wars afterwards, so maybe he doesn't rescue her or she sacrifices herself. I don't know. A lot of opportunities.
Yeah, well, we have to see. There's got to be a reason why Luthen doesn't shoot him in the face, because the whole plan is to fucking kill this guy. So, like, how do we get to the point where everyone there...
I thought, that was the plans of the girls, right?
That's Luthen's girls.
Luthen's ladies. But my thing was, I thought he was like desperately wanting to find him first. And
to kill him.
That's to kill him.
Yeah, yeah. Luthen wants to shoot him in the face. And I want to know, the Saw Guerrera thing is something I want to explore in season 2, because like Saw is Cassian and Andor is this big compared to Saw Guerrera as far as a risk goes. Saw's an idiot. He's a Star Wars fucking idiot. And if Luthen wants to control everything, and he's like, this is the guy who's probably going to get caught because he's not on the program. So that's something in season 2 I really want to see them explore. He's like, you're the weak link in my little rebellion. You're the only person who can really identify me.
Yeah. But that's what was taken care of a tiny bit in this episode, that he was able to plant the seed of potential control for Saw Guerrera to get him to do what he wants to do. He's giving him the illusion of an option. You can tell them if you want, but if you do, they're going to continue looking for us and you. But if you don't, then you're going to have a clean slate in order to do your operations the way you want to do some rebel shit. So, yeah, but I would love to see Forrest Whitaker in season 2. That would be sweet. So, yeah, let us know what y'all think and what you're waiting for, and what's your favorite subplot and characters, and which is your least favorite. So far, mine is kind of Syril with the Captain Crunch and the fucking mother, and then we'll see how he factors.
He's the only overwritten character.
Yeah,
Like,
they gave him a lot of time for somewhat little. He factored in the first arc, and then never everywhere else. We've been checking in on him, so hopefully he comes back in a big way in this last arc. All right, guys. Well, that's it for us, and we will see you on the next episode. Bye, guys.